Today we honour the Indigenous peoples of this land, the oldest continuing cultures in human history. We reflect on their past mistreatment. We reflect in particular on the mistreatment of those who were stolen generations, this blemished chapter in our national history. The time has now come for the nation to turn a new page in Australia's history by righting the wrongs of the past and so moving forward with confidence to the future. We apologise for the laws and policies of successive parliaments and governments that have inflicted profound grief, suffering and loss on these our fellow Australians. We apologise especially for the removal of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children from their families, their communities and their country, for the pain, suffering and hurt of these stolen generations, their descendants and for their families left behind. We say sorry.
My name is Cecily Atkinson and I'm a proud Muddy Muddy, Wemba Wemba, Yorta Yorta, Barappa Barappa woman. Hear our stories, share our stories.
There's nothing I would rather be than to be an Aborigine.
And watch you take my precious land away.
I think one of the biggest stereotypes, I agree, is that Indigenous people are of a lower rank in society. Indigenous people can be successful businessmen, academics, anything that they want to be. And I think it's very important for people to recognise that and to understand that Indigenous people will never just fit into one box. Like, we make up 3% of the population and we come from all walks of life, and you'll never meet two Indigenous people who are the same and who have the same sort of mixes of cultural and Western life. This is never going to happen.
I'm Aboriginal, but I don't steal.
I'm Aboriginal, but I'm educated.
I'm Aboriginal, but I don't use drugs.
But I don't live in a hut.
But I'm not an Abo.
But I am not ignorant of other cultures.
But I do not drink.
But I'm not dark-skinned.
And I'm not on any welfare benefits.
But I'm not dumb.
But I'm not scary.
But I'm not violent towards women.
But I'm not an angry black woman.
But I'm not a boom.
But I'm not in prison.
But I'm not a criminal.
But I'm not good at sport.
I didn't receive free education.
But I'm not driving around in a free car.
But I don't get everything for free.
I work hard for it.
And I performed for Grace Jones.
And I respect all colours and races.
And I want justice for all peoples in this country.
And I love dogs and pugs and French bulldogs.
And I am a very humane person.
And my family accept me and my husband.
And I'm proud to be a strong Aboriginal woman because I come from a line of strong Aboriginal women who are not afraid to stand up.
I'm Aboriginal and I'm very proud we've survived everything we've been subjected to.
And I'm a proud Aboriginal woman.
I'm proud to be a part of one of the most beautiful cultures in the world.
And I'm proud that we're the oldest living culture on this planet.
I'm Aboriginal and I love my culture.
My culture is alive everywhere I go.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Knockout this year.
Ask me.
Who's asked? Tuma? Do you know how many sides Tuma's taking?
And like, I'm a kid from the bush. When we're feeling a bit down, we'd go and swim in the river or go hunting or do something. So going swimming, it's part of my natural medicine. You only get one set of everything. Lungs, kidneys or whatever, we've got to look after what we've got.
Hello, cuz. This is Auntie Elaine. I was wondering if you had to pick up some bush medicine. Sierra's hurt her arm and
This is my guitar. This is a Nyoing bar. I call it a Nyoing bar. He's a protector of our country, that fella there. I see him all over the place wherever I walk. Nyoing bar. And on the back I got the Woi Woi. That's a dolphin. The Woi Woi is a dolphin. That's my totem. That's me. That's what they call me, Woi Woi. And that's from the Yureg.
As social workers, we have an obligation to be an ally to the Indigenous communities. We must acknowledge the harm that social work has done in this area and strive to take a very different approach. We must be critical at all times of legislation and policies and advocate for change.